What's up, everybody? Happy Thursday. I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers, bringing you guys your daily hail forecast. Sponsored as always by C3 Group, Merlin Law Group, American Contractor, and Atlas. They are linked as always in our description to this video, so go ahead and go check out the good work that they do. So we're talking about more risks for the Intermountain West today. We got hail and wind chances for you. And tomorrow as well, looks like we could get some storms moving their way through a similar area. So we're going to go over all of that for y'all. And then talking about the big cool down. When are we finally going to start to see those fall temperatures? Maybe a second round of storm chances coming back, a little bit more to talk about on the weather horizon. When's that going to be? Going over all of that ClimateCast data in a moment. But getting started first with a fall countdown, guys. We are making our way towards September 22nd pretty quickly, giving us only 42 days to go here. So again, crossing our fingers that we'll start to get some cooler temperatures. Want to start it out on a good note there. If you guys are fall lovers, I mean, it's just around the corner. So only a few weeks to go. Then into yesterday, we had a scattering, as usual, of storm reports across the nation. We've got that cold front that's kind of lingering across the southern states. And as it sinks down, it's getting some storms going, but most of those reports fall below severe limits. That's the case here for the Intermountain West. But then for Nevada, we did get a couple of severe wind gusts in the southern part of the state. And then bouncing on over to the East Coast here, Maryland did get some severe wind gusts, as well as parts of North Carolina, and then again just a ton of subsevere across the board there for a lot of us on the East Coast. So scattering of severe events yesterday. It's probably going to look similar today, but we can put out a risk for y'all, and that's what we're going to talk about here. So if you guys are anywhere from Oregon to Washington to Idaho, even into parts of Montana, we could see some storms starting to develop through that corridor later this afternoon, and as those move northward, we could see some severe potential along with them. For the rest of us, oh, there goes a severe warning now. For the rest of us, we're going to see pretty clear conditions across most of the nation. Muggy. Here we go again with our muggy cast. If you guys are a smiley face, then you should be good. This is going to be by midnight tonight. Okay, so this should be, your cooler temperatures, but, we're all still seeing, humid conditions through St. Louis, through Little Rock. We've got, very humid anywhere through Florida, through the Gulf Coast here. Even Houston is in those oppressive conditions into midnight tonight, so it's not going to feel much better through the day today as we work our way through that summer heat. Here's what it feels like outside, all right, guys? So when we combine those temperatures, when we combine that humidity, this is the real feel temperatures outside. So it feels like 90 degrees in Oklahoma City right now at noon, 96 in Shreveport, 86 degrees in Tallahassee. So lots of 80s and 90s across the board, pretty much only getting better once you get up into the mountains there with 81 in Albuquerque, 84 in Denver, and then way far north of that cold front up through the northern Ohio Valley. So most of us, again, still sticking around with those heat dome induced temperatures, hoping to see some changes in that as, the weeks go on here. Now for our significant hail model though, we do have some colder upper air temperatures through the mountains here. That's pretty typical of the area. And then we've also got a good amount of instability with that low pressure system that's kind of moving up through the region. So around the Washington, Oregon, and Idaho border by around 4 p.m., we'll start to see some good hail model values. That's when storms should begin to start up through the area. Moving north and eastward as the afternoon and evening go on, there we are by 7:30, and that's just going to be on the tail end of our storm lifespan. And then we'll start to see those significant hail model values drop, and again, storms should start to fizzle out. So here's what that looks like here on our future radar. There go the storms by around 4 p.m., starting to see a bunch of isolated cells developing through Idaho and through the very far eastern parts of Washington. As those stream up, again, they're staying isolated and they're elevated with those cool upper air temperatures. So hail is definitely not out of the question for you guys in Boise, near Missoula, even just to the east of Pendleton. You guys could start seeing some severe hail as well as gusty winds with those storms before they continue to track off to the northeast and taper off through the overnight hours. So we've got a hail forecast for you guys today. It's through Oregon, through Washington, and through Idaho. So quarters to half dollars, mostly expected. We haven't been seeing anything much larger lately, just again due to the warm upper air temperatures, but cold enough to get us some quarters to half dollars anywhere, again, from Boise all the way up into Missoula. Got a wind forecast for the same area. So again, if you guys are mostly centered in Idaho here, but again on the outskirts of Washington, Oregon, and Montana, we could start to see some gusts northward of 60 miles an hour. Could get us, you know, some breezy winds here moving through the area with those storms. So again, Boise, Missoula, the very northern part of Idaho, some gusty winds possible for you guys into this evening and tonight. Then for tomorrow, watching a similar setup here through Idaho and now through Wyoming and Montana. There it goes by 2:30 p.m. Again, note that this is Central Time, but there it goes by the early afternoon hours, starting to see some isolated cells pop up. And as those stream off once again to the north and east, more storm coverage, more storm intensity, tracking its way towards Great Falls and Billings. Could see potentially some gusty winds coming out. I mean, if you look at that setup, we got more of a band structure. So could see some gusty winds coming out of that as it continues off through Montana and through Wyoming. And then there we are by the overnight hours once again fizzling out. But that leads to a wind forecast for you guys for tomorrow. Again, it's going to be pretty broad for now. We'll narrow it down a little bit tomorrow, but anywhere from Montana down into Wyoming. Currently could see some severe wind gusts for tomorrow here and there. It's going to stay pretty scattered, but Butte, Billings, and Casper, you guys are the pick cities for tomorrow afternoon and evening to see any potential severe weather. So be on the lookout for that today and tomorrow. Then we've got the jet stream versus the heat dome, guys. It's been the story of the century, it seems. We've had the two of these battling it out for the past few weeks, and we're going to continue to see that, unfortunately. Hopefully starting to see this jet stream winning out. So here's our heat dome through much of the central U.S. and the desert southwest here. It's just been lingering. Now here we are moving into the next couple of days here. There we are by noon on Monday. Starting to see the eastward part of this jet stream sinking down into the coastal Carolinas and starting to try to make a push on its far western side into the Ohio Valley. And as that does, it could scoot the heat dome out of the way. And we want to see the northern end of this jet stream start to sink southward. So there it goes by Tuesday and then Wednesday. Now the north end of that jet stream, like I said, we want to see it sink southward to beat out that heat dome, but unfortunately, you know, it's kind of moving up to the north. So we could see those hot conditions start to spread to the west and to the northwest. However, for those of us in the east, this jet stream is starting to win out, pushing its way down into Ohio, into Pennsylvania, and even the Carolinas and Tennessee. And we could see some cooler weather starting through the eastern states. So cross your fingers for that. We could get some storms associated with that. We could get some cooler temperatures that are much needed. So those drought conditions and those hot temperatures are really kind of relying on this jet stream pushing off to the south and to the west. Again, trying to end on a positive note here. Here's our 6 to 10 day temperature outlook. So this is valid for next week, okay? So this isn't like tomorrow through the next 6 days. This is for the 16th through the 20th. But this is what we're looking at once that jet stream does start to sink southward into the Ohio Valley. Now you guys have a good chance of being colder than normal for the 16th through the 20th. So there you go for Kentucky, Ohio, any of the surrounding areas. And then Nebraska and Kansas, you got a chance of being a little cooler than normal. Now that doesn't mean cold necessarily, it's just cooler than normal. But again, once you've been in those triple-digit temperatures for so long, I mean, I'll take it. I'll take what we can get. Oklahoma City, bordering normal, temperatures, but again, not above. We've been in that, red bullseye for so long. So, and then Dallas, still looking at a little bit above normal, unfortunately for you guys, as well as particularly the Intermountain West once we see that heat dome start to spread through the area. But for so much of the country, we're getting that much needed relief from that heat. And so crossing our fingers for that into next week and crossing our fingers for those fall conditions to come soon. So if you guys want to follow us, you can get us on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. Hit See First on Facebook so you never miss a live video. And go ahead and follow us on TikTok, guys. We should have some new content coming here soon. Then if you want to call us, you can get us at 855-334-4245. You can also email us if you'd rather at info@hailtrace.com or check out our website, hailtrace.com, for more details. And we'll keep you updated and advised as always. But for now, I'm meteorologist Andrea Myers. Thanks for watching.